Hey, what's going on? Jason here, and in today's video, I'm going to cover what I believe it takes to build a successful outbound prospect channel. Now, when it comes to building a successful process for cold outbound, it's probably going to be one of the most difficult things you've done inside your business. However, on the flip side, it's also incredibly rewarding because once you've nailed it down, it's going to be an incredibly consistent and reliable source of new revenue for your business. And on top of that, cold outbound scales very cleanly as well, unlike paid media. So what I mean by this is if you're scaling your business's lead generation efforts with Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google ads, etc., after a certain point, you're going to start to see diminishing returns. You're going to start to see that your lead quality is just ever so slightly decreasing, your cost per acquisition is ever so slightly increasing, and it will get to a certain point where it just doesn't make sense to keep spending more money on the platform because the profit margins just don't make sense anymore. However, with cold outbound, it's a linear scaling model. So if you put X in, or if you put an X input, you will get out Y output. If you have one cold caller that's generating you one meeting per day, then if you want to generate 5 meetings per day, all you need to do is just hire 5 cold callers. Now, obviously, if you hire 5 cold callers, you might get 4 meetings per day, 3 meetings per day, etc. But what I mean is it scales linearly. All you need to do is just 10x the inputs and you will get, on theory, 10x the outputs. Now, after having built outbound lead generation systems for a variety of different offers in industries such as SEO, local lead generation, e-commerce offers, Salesforce consulting offers, business consulting offers, B2B lead generation, B2B SaaS, even Web3 offers, and more, I've started to notice the nuances behind what makes an outbound campaign successful. Now, this isn't going to be an exhaustive list, but in order of importance. So number 1, obviously, finding product market fit. Number 2, knowing your offer level and adjusting your messaging accordingly. Number 3, leveraging sales assets. Number 4, testing. And number 5, focus. So let's get into it. So obviously the first one is going to be product market fit. And Levi talks about this on Twitter, but let's just take cold email as an example. So with cold email, setting up a cold email campaign is the easy part. So all you have to do is just buy a few domains, set up the inboxes, let the domains warm up for 2 weeks, build out an initial leads list, so scrape and verify leads, writing some basic email copy following a pretty standard template, and then doing inbox management. So a lot of these tasks can honestly be learned at a very basic level in under 2 to 3 days. But the reality is, if this is all that it takes to be successful, then everybody would already have money printing cold email campaigns, and there would literally be no need for lead generation agencies or lead generation service providers. Because if it's literally this simple, then everybody would already be doing it and everybody would all be printing money from cold email. But the reality is this is actually not what's needed in order to make a successful cold email campaign. Because what's actually needed is picking the right audience, crafting an offer that resonates with that audience, testing and identifying a winning angle or sales argument to convey said offer to that audience, presenting an offer that matches the market sophistication levels and awareness of the audience, and also presenting an offer in a way that matches the offer level, which could be offer levels 1, 2, and 3, and I'll get into that later in this video. That's what actually matters. So again, identifying the best possible market to go after and positioning your solution in a way that resonates. For instance, with my SEO client that targets SaaS and tech companies, essentially at the start, he wanted to go after all of tech, and that's what he was doing with his own personal email campaigns as well, which is probably part of the reason why he was seeing mediocre results. However, a majority of his successful case studies and his previous clients were in the VR AR space. So VR AR meaning virtual reality or augmented reality. So obviously, why would we go after SaaS and tech when we can just focus on VR AR? Because obviously our outbound messages are going to resonate a lot more with that niche, since we can use niche specific case studies, and because we already have an understanding of the pain points, the struggles, and the goals of prospects in that niche. So we can adjust our messaging accordingly, and it's going to resonate a lot more with that niche. And that's exactly what happened. We launched the campaign and immediately, boom, like 3 or 4x better performance than his previous campaigns. Another big part is also his offer. So with SEO, since it's a level 3 offer, we need to package the messaging and sales argument accordingly, which brings me to my next point. So you need to know what level offer you have. And I learned this from, I don't really know how to say his last name, Christian Bonnier, Christian. And essentially he talks about how with offers, there's 3 different levels of offers. So with a level 1 offer, people know they need these. It's pretty straightforward. So this could be something such as lead generation will get you more sales. Done for you closer placement will help you close more sales. Short form content creation will help you grow your audience. TikTok ads plus UGC for e-commerce. So again, these types of offers, they're incredibly straightforward. You can literally just be as simple as, hey, here's the offer. Do you want this? Hey, do you need more leads? Do you need closers? Do you need more closers? It can literally be that simple. Now, with a level 2 offer, people typically, they need these offers, but they don't yet realize that they need it. And I'll explain. So let's take, for instance, a systems build offer. I was discussing this earlier today with one of my friends who's trying to launch a new systems build offer, and I was explaining to him that with your offer, it's something that I probably need, but I don't know that I need. Obviously, depending on the specific person you're reaching out to, some people may have a huge pain with systems build. Okay, in that case, it's a level 1 offer for them. But for me personally, it's a level 2 offer because I just spent the past week and a half going on a marathon building out SOPs, processes, systems, training my employees, etc., to manage different things inside my business. So for now, I'm good. At least I think I'm good. I think that I don't need any more systems. But as I continue to scale my business, obviously things are going to break. Obviously, I'm still going to need more systems in the future. But those are systems that I can't even predict or foresee yet on my own. So I would need him to tell me what kind of systems I will need in the future. So it's an offer that I need, but I don't even realize that I need it yet. I need to be educated on why I need it and in what way I need it. So with these types of offers, you typically need some sort of education component or upfront value to make these work. Now, obviously you don't need them to make these work, but it's going to significantly improve the performance of your campaigns if you're leveraging an education component or upfront value with these offers. Now, with a level 3 offer, and people, depending on the niche, of course, people generally don't need these offers, or they know they don't need these offers. So this could be something like web design, SEO, or Facebook ads for e-commerce. Now, if you're doing like Webflow, web design for Web3, like NFT project, or doing SEO for a CBD brand, that's different because then in that case, this offer is in demand and is needed. But generally, web design, SEO, Facebook ads for e-commerce, the supply of service providers is significantly greater than the market demand for these offers. So these offers are going to have an incredibly high market sophistication levels and competition. So with these, because they're not as desirable of an offer as a level 1 or level 2 offer, you need to go incredibly heavy on the upfront value. I'm talking case studies, value videos, PDFs, etc. So with my SEO client, I specifically don't mention SEO. I don't mention a direct offer. Instead, what I discuss is just, hey, we helped XOZ client that's very similar to yours achieve this result in this time frame. Would you like to see a detailed case study of how they did it and how you can possibly achieve the same? And then after that, once we get our foot in the door, then I'll sort of manage the conversation to turn into a book call. So depending on the type of offer that you have, you need to adjust your messaging and outreach strategy accordingly. So again, just, if you try a direct pitch of an SEO offer for e-commerce, I don't really have anything to say except good luck with that one, buddy. So number 3 is going to be leveraging sales assets. Now, imagine these 2 scenarios. Scenario number 1, you receive a cold email, cold Facebook DM, LinkedIn connection request, etc. You go to look up this person and do a little bit of research, and they have no website. They have no website, they have no video sales letter, they have no case studies. You go look them up on LinkedIn and Facebook, their profiles are empty, and you can't find them on Twitter or YouTube either. So if you receive a cold DM and you are looking up this person on the internet, you can't find them, they don't exist anywhere online, then the only conclusion that you can come to is that either number 1, they're a scam, or number 2, they're a complete beginner and they don't know what they're doing, right? Now, scenario number 2, let's say you receive the same outreach message, but when you look up this person and their website, it actually takes you to a hyper-specific landing page that calls out your specific market with a video sales letter that calls out the exact pains you're currently facing and presents a novel solution for solving said pain. And on top of that, there's lots of social proof. Then you go search them up on Twitter. Follow me at Yinseng T, by the way. You read through a few threads. You find them on YouTube, consume some content. So which one of these 2 outbound campaigns are going to perform better? Obviously, scenario number 2, right? And in addition to the above situation, sales assets can be leveraged to overcome objections when you're trying to set appointments, right? And this is my personal favorite, follow-up with prospects, because a lot of people, when they're doing their follow-up, all they simply do is just a bump of the previous message. Hey, just making sure you didn't forget this. Hey, just making sure that you read my message. And these follow-ups, they can be, they can work, but they're not the most effective way of doing it. The more effective way to do it is follow up with content, follow up with sales assets, because these sales assets have a lot more energy that is essentially going to help you convert your prospect from completely cold to a warm prospect that's willing to book a call with you, right? If you get a one sentence follow up that says, hey, just pumping this in your inbox, it's only going to exert so much force, so much energy, versus if somebody spends 10, 15, 20 minutes watching some of your content, that's going to exert a lot more energy when it comes to warming them up and build trust, authority, liking you, etc. Again, another part of that is you can also educate the prospect on a more efficient way of achieving their desired outcome through you, and thus it's going to make them want to speak with you, work with you, etc. Which goes into, obviously improving no-show rate, improving close rate, and a bunch of other scenarios. So when it comes to your business, definitely producing sales assets can possibly be the highest ROI activity you can do as the founder. And that's why I'm also going extremely hard on content in 2023. And yeah, as you can imagine, it will definitely help with your outbound campaign performance. Now, number 4 would be testing. So constant testing, constant iteration. So let's say you launch an outbound campaign, and I was guilty of this myself too when I first started. Let's say you launch a campaign, it flops after a week, and you come to the grand conclusion that cold email, cold DM, cold calling just doesn't work. Well, the question is, how many different offers did you split test inside that campaign before you gave up? How many angles of that offer? How many different sales arguments? How many variations of first messages? How much volume did you put behind each test? Because if you test 3 angles with 300 messages or 300 sends behind each angle, they don't work, and you decide to call it a day, then cold outbound probably won't work for you, right? You need to be testing and rapidly iterating a lot, more than you can possibly imagine, because you need to find the best offer, best sales argument, best angle to convey said offer to your market, which can only be done with constant testing. And even after you find a winning offer angle, you still need to keep testing against that as a control. Even with that winning offer, you want to switch up the call to action, switch up the messaging, switch up the time of day that you're sending the message, etc., and constantly try to improve your campaign performance. And the last one is just focus. So obviously, don't try to launch 3 new outbound channels at once if you've never done it before, aka don't try to learn and master cold calling, cold emailing, LinkedIn lead generation, Facebook prospecting, etc., all at the same time, and simultaneously try to launch and optimize each and every one of them. Because the most likely outcome is that you'll either fail miserably or you'll be very mediocre at all 3. So with my personal business, right, I've already sort of made cold email work for us. It's very predictable. It's booking meetings every single week. And that's not something that I need to spend a lot of time optimizing and sort of fixing. I already have a winning angle. I already have a proven sales process, a proven sort of booking process that's working for me with cold email. So that's fine. All I need to do is just keep scraping leads, keep adding leads into the pipeline, and then also just check on the campaign performance, right? Now, with cold email, since it's working, I can look to leveraging other channels such as Facebook prospecting, which is actually working incredibly well. We're getting a 1.8% meeting book rate, as well as cold calling, which I'm looking to leverage for my clients in 2023. So pick one channel at the start that best fits your target audience, whether that's cold calling, cold email, messenger, whatever. Get consistent results with that one channel, and then only once that channel is generating consistent results, then I would look to add on additional outbound channels. So that's pretty much it. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you would like to receive more helpful content like this on the regular, then definitely subscribe to the YouTube and follow me on Twitter. And if you'd like to have me optimize your outbound campaigns, package your services into a winning offer, find a message and sales argument that resonates with your audience, consult you on building those sales assets, and you pay me on a performance basis, meaning you get results or you don't pay, then what I'll do is actually leave a link to my scheduler down below where you can reserve a walk through the process. And as the name suggests, I'll sort of walk you through our case studies with our clients and the specific process our clients are using to close an extra 3 to 5 deals every 30 days with us. Plus, I'll also be able to tell you how well our system would work for your specific target market and offer. So again, the link will be below this video. Thanks again for watching, and hope you have an amazing day, guys. Take care now.